Today we're going to talk about one of my new favorite Puerh. So if you're not familiar with Puerh is a fermented tea that's been aged, preferably usually about 7 years. And this is from Yunnan. It's from an area called Lanjiang. So Linjiang is a lot more popular area in Yunnan. Lanjiang is less popular, but usually less popular means there's more chances for you to find really good quality tea for a more affordable price. So this is called Baocheng. Baocheng, it means sincerity, it means honesty, it means clean, and that's exactly how I feel with this tea. It tastes very clean, it's very smooth, very a lot of truthful to it, it's a great tea for a lot of people that is just starting drinking Puerh. A lot of Puerh, not everyone going to like it because the taste can get really astringent really fast, and this one doesn't. Great for beginners, but it's also great for people that have been drinking Puerh for a while, because if you do it properly, it still have that complexity, fruity notes, kind of earthy, that what you normally avid Puerh drinker looking for. Let's give it a try. Let's see how I would brew this particular Puerh to make sure that you do it properly. Okay. Now, a lot of time when I'm making a Puerh, I tend to like to use between boiling temperature or like slightly lower than boiling temperature, like 190. If I feel like the tea get really astringent really fast, it doesn't get astringent that fast, then I will use boiling water. But normally I try to do everything with boiling. So with this particular tea, I'm going to only use about 2.5 grams. Now, it is very important for you to use the proper water. For Puerh, I recommend you to use a good spring water, RO water, like reverse osmosis filter water. Normally, it's going to make your Puerh taste slightly more astringent. So if you do not like that, or if you're very sensitive to any astringency, I do recommend you to use a good spring water. But the nice thing about this particular Puerh, even if you use RO water, it's still very smooth and silky. So it's an optional, but obviously it's going to taste even better if you use spring water. I'm using RO water, and I'm going to improve the water taste by using our water recipe. It is available on our website. I'm gonna put a drop of this one, which improves the alkaline, and then this one, which improves the hardness. The combination of these two is going to make your water, it's similar to what a spring water should taste, and that's going to be great for this particular tea. Trader Joe has a really good spring water also. I'm gonna get rid of the hot water from inside this guy one. Then 2.5 grams. I'm going to rinse this real quick. Strain it right here. A lot of tea drinker, they like to put like 4 grams to 5 grams, and you feel free to do that. But with a lot of Puerh, I usually like to put less, which give me a little bit more time to kind of like steep it longer. And sometimes if I have a big party, I will use 4 grams to 5 grams, and I'm gonna steep it like a quick. So with this particular one, it's only 2.5 grams, and this is the rinse, which is typically you want to throw it away, but I'm going to just kind let's smell the aroma and see how it tastes. A lot of people believe there's a lot of dust particle that goes into the tea and they're afraid to drink them, but I drink it all the time. Even the rinse is amazing. Oh. Let's smell the leaf. Wow. It has everything that you would like in a Sheng Puerh. I mean, it has everything that I like in a Sheng Puerh. Sheng Puerh has this really cooling, but yet kind of floral at the same time. It's cooling, floral, slightly earthy, but it's sweet and fruity. This kind of puerh, for me, it's very difficult to find. I think I'm very particular with the kind of puerh I like, and the feeling that you get is very relaxing. It's only the rinse, so let's give it a try. How it tastes when I brew it after the rinse. Now, doing the rinse also helpful sometimes to kind of understand how quick the flavor of the tea going to come out. Because I was really flash brew with the rinse and the flavor come out almost immediately. Immediately, I know I don't want to brew this too long. So if you're putting 4 grams or 5 grams of this tea, then I recommend to brew it a lot quicker than the way I do it. So I like that the amount of steeping time I just did, because it's not too quick, but it's not too long to the point that I'm like tired of waiting. It's like about 10 seconds is. So what I'm looking for in the flavor is the sweetness, how does it feel when it comes down here, also the fruity notes, is there any astringency, and how does it feel when it coats your tongue. This is just amazing. In fact, I feel like for people that is so used to with the standard Sheng Puerh, they drink this, they wouldn't think this is a puerh. That's how good this is. And the color looks very deep and vibrant, and part of it is because of the water too. So definitely use good water for this tea. So good. Very clean, very refreshing, not very drunky, just a little bit drunky, so I think it's the perfect amount of drunkiness for me. You don't want to drink it when it's like boiling, scorching hot. You want to drink it like when it's just right under about 185, 190. Beautiful leaf. The aroma, the smell reminded me of like almost like an herb, like a Chinese herb. It's almost like medicinal kind of like aroma, but it's also a little bit of like that fruity notes to it, almost like a honey sweet too. It has like slightly smoky feet kind of taste, but it's like very like just a hint of it. So it's not very smoky to the point that it's gonna make it feel like it's too much. This is just right amount, almost like a plum, kind of like smoky, but it's like a hint of it, with combined with a honey sweet, with like and then fruit like let's see, it's a fruit, slightly citrus. Almost like a pear-like kind of fruit, like a maybe like a young apple pear. Very, very good. Oh. I feel already calm now. Just the right amount of calmness. Second brew. I'm gonna brew this a little bit longer than the first brew, but not too long. The most modern, I feel like Sheng Puerh is like the modern tea that we drink from a long time ago, when they first time know what they're doing. Right. So the second infusion, the color slightly a little bit deeper, and normally when I look at that color for a lot of Sheng Puerh, they can taste a little bit astringency, but not this one. So let's give this a try. Very, very good. To properly enjoy a Sheng Puerh, you don't want to just drink it all at once. You really want to just let it sit in your mouth for like a couple seconds. Let it coat your tongue. Really feel the texture of the tea. And really you want to smell these light fruity notes that is in the tea. Not a very heavy flavored tea like a black tea or oolong or like roasted oolong. So you really want to let it just coat your tongue. You should get a little bit floral aftertaste on the back side of your tongue. And always think about how does this tea makes you feel. How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel relaxed, too relaxed, drunky, make you feel heavy, make you feel refreshing? So this is the kind of tea that I feel just makes me a little bit relaxed, but not overpower relaxing to the point that I can't get up and walk. Kind of those kind of relax. It's just like a little bit amount of relaxation. Waiting it to cool down just a little bit before you enjoy this kind of tea. Very important. This kind of tea will be good for a lot of like I feel like for Italian pasta, a lot of like cheesy bread, that would be good with this too. Cheesy Italian pasta, salad would be good with this too. Anything that has like citrus flavor, I think will be great complement with this tea. I can even imagine having this with like a light ice cream dessert. vanilla ice cream, even like pistachio ice cream. Always think about what kind of layer that I have in this tea. Even reminded me a little bit almost like a jasmine pearl. That kind of sweetness and like that floral afternotes, but not like too much floral, just a little bit. It's like everything is just so balanced. That's what I like about this tea. There's nothing that is like spiking. There's nothing that is like overpowered. It makes me feel warm from inside, which is great for winter. One more time. This time I'm going to brew about 20 seconds. It still lingers in my mouth. The sweetness, if you do that, you still can taste that tea coat over your tongue. That's a sign of good tea. Time. Again, you want to wait just a little bit before you jump into drinking it right away after you pour it, because we are using boiling temperature, and for something light like this you want to just wait a little bit to cool down slightly so that your tongue can really absorb all the tastes. And if you heard me slurping, the slurping is really just my way of like cooling down the temperature faster, and also bringing some oxygen when I'm slurping it, so that it can bring out some of the body and the texture of the tea. Always try to coat every single sense of your tongue. See if you can detect any different layers that you didn't get from the previous infusion. So now it's the perfect temperature now. Yeah, once I go through that first one, it was a little bit too hot, and then this second sip from the same batch, the temperature just cooled down enough so that I can like really explore all these different layer of fruitiness, of like floral, slightly very tiny like earthy notes, almost like a bark, kind of like I don't know, like kind of like stalk, almost like a hay, like a sweet hay with like honeysuckle. Starting to feel it more here, more and more relaxing now. It's a little bit heavier feel, and I believe I can brew this like at least 8 to 10 times, probably even more if you are patient enough. For 2.5 grams, it's really, you can get a lot out of this tea. A lot of like chicken dishes with butter, kind of like this, will go great with this kind of tea. Yeah, buttery chicken goes well with this kind of dish, with this kind of tea for sure. The sweetness is still definitely there. The aftertaste is stronger now. linger even longer now. So this is the 2014 Baocheng Sincerity Sheng Pu'er from Lanchang, Yunnan. So if you're looking for your first Sheng Pu'er, this is definitely a good pu'er to try. Thank you for watching. Until the next video.